Ting is a Bloomington High School North senior from southern China. She says her high school life in America is quite different from her life in China.
I can speak English when I can hear, so it's so hard to talk to people, to communicate with people. So the best way to solve it is just learn more vocabulary and try to reach out to people.
Her two fishes are kissing work won the Scholastic Regional Art and Writing Award in Indiana. She is currently working on a group moot court project in her government class. In the moot court, students try a case the same way it would be tried in a court of law. The project has given teens opportunity to learn about the American legal systems. Her fellow students recognize her shyness.
Seems very shy, not withdrawn, just very shy, but she's working beautifully in a group of two, and they're working together very nicely. I think they treat Ting with respect.
Ting's parents own a Chinese restaurant called Lucky Express. Ting's parents moved from China to Ohio in the 2000s, where they worked at a restaurant. In 2007, they moved to Bloomington to open their own restaurant. Ting works as a cashier for several hours after school. Since she has been in America since middle school, she is more comfortable talking to customers.
I worked from Tuesday to Saturday, every after school, about 6 hours. Sometimes I'm the cashier, so just yelling at people, calling to pick out the food. I kind of just helping. She give me some money, but it's not paid every day. I'm still gonna be in the restaurant to help, but I'm gonna take some time to learn more vocabulary, to prepare myself to college.
At the same time, Ting's little sister, Jamie, who is a second-grade student at the University Elementary School at Bloomington, is working on her math with a Chinese tutor. One of the biggest differences for Ting is school students in America get to go around the school to their next classes, but in China, they assign one classroom for the whole school year. However, Ting says she prefers staying at one class than changing the classrooms too often. She thinks staying at one class will let her get a deeper friendship with classmates. 8-year-old Leo Wang and his 5-year-old sister Leona are enrolled at University Elementary School. Their parents moved from Taiwan in 2001 to pursue their master's degree, so they have lived in the United States their entire life. University Elementary School is a local primary school at Bloomington, which embraces international students. In the school corridor, you will see a lot of countries' flags, including the Chinese flag. Diversity makes this school more interesting.
I think it's one of the wonderful things about our school here is that there are many different countries represented here. My kindergarten group that I see for English class, there are at least 4 different languages. So, and from all parts of the world, really. So they
learn from
each other. I think they really like that too. Does really well in his homeroom class. He seems to be just like are native speakers now. I mean,
However, their parents have begun to worry about their Chinese language skills.
In the past 2 years, we started worrying about their Chinese. My wife and I do not intentionally teach them English because we want to maintain their identity.
Every week, Sam brings Leo and Leona to play basketball at the IU campus recreational sports center. Leo says Chinese NBA basketball star Jeremy Lin is his favorite basketball player. They are always wearing Jeremy Lin's New York Knicks clothes. Miss Eno thinks it can be changed by some teaching methods.
American students tend to be a little bit more talkative, like very verbal, and
they're not used to
they're
that.
not used to that. Yeah, it's not. We do a lot of partner work in the United States, group work, group projects.
Share your answers.
Share your answers. Share what you think, and that seems to be something that is very new to some Chinese speakers.
It's interesting, and I start my classes usually at the beginning of the year by saying, your maker, however you define he, she, gave you 2 ears and 1 mouth. So we probably ought to do a lot of listening before it comes out your mouth. There might be a reason. And so if you're not listening thoughtfully to people, you can't be responding to anything.
Students transitioning from China to the United States must adjust to a new language and culture. U.S. schools differ from the Chinese education in how students are educational to speak up and work in groups, which might benefit younger Chinese students if they choose to remain in the United States. Parents must balance their children's need to assimilate with their own desire to preserve their Chinese heritage. Regardless of the school style of teaching, the goal is the same: to create a confident, happy, and responsible person.